Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Quantum Tater. Say hello, Quantum Tater. I haven't seen. I gotta be honest. I haven't played. Um, let's see if I can fix my life here. I haven't played. I haven't played the new Space Engineers 2 yet. I did get it. I haven't even installed it. I'm feeling kind of bad about it. Not bad. That's probably not the way to say that. But I haven't installed it yet because I've been thinking about what it looks like. So last time on Space Engineers Ball Z, we went down to that neutral signal and got shot directly in the face for some reason. And then the game crashed and we reloaded. Um, so yeah, that was not fun. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. On episode 3, Chad said filler comment because this won't come out until the next, because I won't get to hear about it until the next episode, which is true, but this is the last time. This week we're starting a new schedule. This will come out, and then there will be time in between recordings, and I'll get to read comments and do all the fun things. So that'll be great. Lord Chaos said, as far as drilling goes, if you're gonna have multiple drills, make sure that you have one drill. Like if you have drills should be set to 0.02 instead of 0.1. That way, the speed isn't too aggressive for going down. He also suggested building 2 drills up and then potentially 8 drills down, and I think that's not a bad idea. I was trying to think how we're gonna do it. We're gonna see. I have some ideas actually. So, but today's episode, and then episode 4, Lord Cass was. I had asked about wheel tutorials, and he said he didn't really have any. But basically, to look at it like this, we have the as I was saying. So I'd asked about wheel tutorials, and Lord Cass said he didn't really have any off the top of his head that he could think of, or that he'd seen. But he basically was saying he always went by feel. You know, turn the strength down a little bit to absorb the shock of it. And let's go ahead and do wheels real quick. We're gonna look at this stuff. So forward wheels. We're gonna do. I don't know how many groups we should have, but my guess is we can do it this way. Let's do. Come in here. Oh my goodness, we made a long thing. So, also in episode 1, the Tenebris code, and I do appreciate the honesty. Like, I do appreciate all comments and things of that nature. Um, but basically, so that he was getting really bored, that I didn't need to show every step of the way. And I've been a person who, um, like, not really done edits and stuff, and that's just a way I've done it. Left mid wheel. What is this wheel? Left front. Oh, you know what this is supposed to be? Left wheel. So basically, he said like he had been bored. Of course, I misspelled the word wheel. You know, as you do. He was bored and having troubles getting through it, and I don't want anybody to be bored of a thing. I know this. It's been my format to be largely unedited and do time lapses and stuff. I do feel like in my last couple of ones, I've been. Oh, what is the? Uh, I've been talking so consistently that I haven't felt um, that I haven't wanted to time lapse a whole lot. So I've been shorter time lapses, and so basically like all the stuff he was like all the stuff you could have done could have been like show the planning thereabouts, show the planning, and then bypass the rest, whatever that looks like, kind of. Um, so what I wanted to do, I think. What I was thinking about doing with that, so from that perspective, is we're gonna try a little bit of a different format. Nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna like change everything I'm doing, but we're gonna do some planning, and then I probably will. I'm gonna try on this specific episode to do some cuts to the like post welding being done and stuff like that. This is the right side, and this is the left side, and I didn't because I'm looking at it the wrong direction. I've labeled this wheel wrong. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I did it for the other thing too. So, but basically I want to try to do like I did in fact do that thing wrong. So let's go L, and then see what that looks like. You know, do an episode where we do some building and some construction and stuff like that. Um, kind of lay out, like I said, I want to lay out the blocks and stuff. Maybe just a single steel plate to get the vibe of what we're looking for and how I kind of want to rework some of this stuff. And then what is this rear mid right wheel? And then I'm pretty sure, are these also labeled wrong? That'd be real funny if I, no, yep, yep, it is wrong. I just don't know my rights and lefts, guys. That's what's happened here. And I'm gonna go ahead and change all these. But anyways, I just, you know, we'll see how it pairs out, how it fares. See what you guys think about it. I'm happy to get back to a format where I get to do some recording, do some stuff, and then, man, on every single one of these, I was wrong. That's crazy. Front. That's that's bad. That's bad. Now I'm starting to wonder even if the front wheels are also wrong. Who do we want to take any bets real quick? Right? Nope, that's actually the right wheel. And that is actually the left wheel. Perfect. Okay. Chimney cricket. So, that's what we're gonna do. Today we're gonna build this out, and then we're gonna go through kind of showing my design ideas and everything like that, like laying blocks out and mowing stuff down. And then we'll go from there as to everybody's, you know, I'll do cuts and stuff, and we'll see how everybody feels about it, how it looks, and things like that. That's kind of what I want to do. And then from episode 4, because we were talking about those build tutorials, the Tenebrous Crowd, he also said strength and fiction are essentially, like, power limits will always be different, and he suggested, like I asked, like, should you try to set these wheel groupings to the point that, we're going to call this, we're going to delete this group. So should you set it to the point that front mid, rear mid left right, mid left right, okay. But should you set these as like pairs, or should you set them as like an entire group altogether? And he was suggesting pairs. So I do know what I want to do first. So the forward wheels, they're going to be handling our greatest amount of steering. I'm going to leave them at 20. And then I think it was Lord Chaos, he suggested that with the front guys, which, let me show off terminal, these guys, you know what we're going to do? We're going to say, I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to take these two wheels together. I'm going to put a period, and I'm going to paste that. And that's going to be a group, and then I'll copy this guy here. Oh, I already messed up. It's okay. It's okay. So put a period, and we'll do forward wheels. But he suggested basically like taking the frontmost wheels, and then every wheel behind them, dropping them back 10% on steering. So like this steering here is going to be 10% because it's the next set, and then for the mid wheel, having these set to 5% because. So I actually have steering turned off on those mid wheels. So what we're going to do is do the rear mid. We're going to put steering back on, and we're going to put these at 5% steering angle. So in theory, we should have all those. Now if I look at our wheel groups, this needs to be deleted again because I misspelled it. So front mid wheels, we're going to say front mid wheels. And then I also want to do our aft wheels as a group. So dot aft wheels. And if we need the other groups as we go, we can. But I think this will give us the opportunity to set some things up. And then all wheels, I think I'm going to set the strength on all wheels to, we're going to do 35%, just to give them whatever. And then we have the height offset, we're going to set to negative, we're going to say negative 50. Give it some more height. And I think that's what we're going to do. And then power, I think 60% power right now is good. Friction is an interesting thing because obviously if you have a trailer, you want the friction to be next to 0. But I have a hard time discerning why we wouldn't want all wheels with maximum friction. So it's interesting. I feel like that wheel's not touching the ground even though it's spinning like crazy. There we go. So yeah, now we should turn a little better. And just to give it a quick test run, we'll what we'll do is we're gonna go pick up this unknown signal with this guy. We're gonna come back to that base. Last time that base, like I said, it maybe performed some hostility on me and I wasn't like super down for it. So we're going to do a little bit of driving on these and see how we do. It's making a lot of noise. I feel like I'm banging into stuff, like, but I don't know what I'd be banging into, honestly. I don't know if it's the distance between all the things, if that's like... So now we turn on the engines. And we can get going. Obviously this thing's not meant to turn super tight, but ideally it wouldn't just be, you know, a brick. I think the lopsided top of this, like I think this is also probably some of the problem. So this is gonna be something we do, but I wanted to kind of go take this, do some wheel changes and see how we do. It feels a little bit better. It's feeling a little bit better with all things. So I think we're already in the right direction for getting this thing going. Obviously this is a more rover friendly planet, but oh, we're gonna crush that tree. Murder the trees. Let's go. Alright, so we're there. And then I think what I want to do is go right here. I don't know if friction should be higher or not. I guess that's where my biggest like qualm is. Is friction one of those things that you should just have like maxed out just because, like, why wouldn't you want it completely maxed out? Or is this, you know, is this one of those things where it's better not to have it fully maxed out? All right, let's stop this brick. Come on, you can stop. I have faith in you. Man, you see, like, why are we... It's just, the vehicle's so large, I feel like hardly any of the bricks are touching the, hardly any of the wheels are touching the ground. Let's go get our signal real quick. So, this is going to be a work in progress, those wheels things, but we are going to reformat this thing. And I'm going to do, I think for the most part, oh, you jerk. Well, now you're done. That was on you. Ah, this is stupid. Aha! You fool! Nothing. Nothing special. All that work, nothing special. Beautiful. Alright, let's get this chopped up, and then on the plus side, we'll have a nice engine piece, I guess. Never bad to have parts. Anything in here? Nope. Damn sensors. Man, look how big that thing looks in the background. It's kind of a monster. I wonder, is there a way to turn down the frequency of weather? I don't know if there is. I know it's an on or off type thing, but it feels like weather frequency is crazy high. Maybe that's just me. Alright. So let's go ahead and get cracking on this. I think we're going to dump all of our guys in there. We're going to grab all the steel plate we got. I probably don't need... Well, let's grab a couple of these. And then I'll put that in there. And then we're going to just kind of get to work. Actually, because of this, we should just deposit all of that. And then the sun is that direction, so okay. Step one. We're gonna start chopping some blocks. Is what's gonna happen. Okay. Yeah, so here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna set this up for kind of success. Oh, you know what we're actually gonna do? I'm gonna do a little cheaty McCheat cheat, and I'm gonna go here to weather, and I'm gonna clear this weather right now, just because it seems like we've had a major weather event every single time. Remove weather. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, I'm not gonna sit there and stare at that for as long as it's planning to make me stare at it. So let's see, what do we got? We're on that color there. You know what? I don't think the color really matters. You know what? We're gonna go. I'm not thinking about this the way I should be thinking about this. I need to do one specific thing. I need to go up here. I need to grab a piston. 6. And we're gonna go here. We're gonna say put into production those things. And then I also need what? Do I not have landing gear on any of my bars? Really? That's dumb. Okay, landing gear. And then, oh yeah, I need this. Perfect. So we're gonna drop this guy here. It says, okay. This guy here. Reverse. Is that long enough? I hope it is. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm basically going to extend this out really quick. We're going to anchor this guy down specifically so that when I put all that, what I'm about to do, we don't lose this thing. And I am going to basically come up here. I'm going to remove all of these and set them up to be out of the way and charging our batteries and everything while we sit here pointing at the sun as you see it. That way, I should probably put this right here, and I can do this. So what I'm going to do is get this thing, basically I'll get this set up, and then I'll pick you back up here in a second. We'll get everything we need to get you picked up here in just a second. Starting, oh, you know what I can do? Starting now. Alrighty, so this is what we've done so far. We have relocated our solar panels to this platform right here and held this thing up. And now we can start the process of chopping all of this down and getting to a point where we can figure out what we want this thing to look like. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think what we're gonna do, my idea right this second, is to chop off this entire top layer, and maybe even more than that. So yeah, let's get to it. I think we're gonna try. I'll catch you up. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna pick you up on the other side right about now. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. We've got basically me chopping down a whole bunch of crap, and not really having a design plan in mind. We have a couple of different layers. So that's part of the problem, right? We have this layer here that essentially is batteries. We could relocate them with some difficulty, but we could relocate them if we really wanted to. We have our refinery on top, and we have our pads and everything up there. But I'm thinking that the cockpit needs to be roughly, I would say, on this line right here is what I'm thinking. Of course, I am not a big fan of the way this looks right here, so we're, you know, I'm I'm looking at different ways to potentially make this expand outwards. Um, and make sure that that is connected in some way. It is not. See, that would have been tragic. So we've got that connected properly now, and go ahead and do the same over here so we don't mess up and lose our wheel structure entirely. So that's kind of what, so this is where I'm at right now. Obviously I don't think like, let's grab 2 blocks there, grab 2 blocks here. I'm thinking if we had any block spacing right here, it would be this kind right here so that there's plenty of room. 2, 3, 4. I don't think we would need to do anything up in here. Outside of potentially protect these blocks from stuff, I don't think there's a necessity to. So, and we could do, let's do that instead. Let's do this. Let me do this block here. Let's see. If we did this block like this, no, I don't want to do that. That's not worth it. We do this, and then we just do this block here. 2, 3, 4. There's no reason to do anything different, and that gives us a cup to go up into for these wheels right here, so they can do some bouncing. And then, yeah, so that's what that would look like. Just so these aren't super fragile. I don't want to have like this block be easily instantly grindable, because then what happens when we instantly grind it is we lose all those blocks again, just like I already did once. I'm trying to think what would be, so that's the length of that thing, I think, going out. I like the width of these blocks here, but that means that if I do, let's say this block like this, right? Come up here, and we say you. Nope, you. And then we do one more set of blocks. That seems impossible. That's not, it is not possible. I kind of like initially I liked the idea of having this cockpit like that, like, because it was up here, and I kind of like that sort of overarching view, but I also like the idea of the top of this vehicle being, I don't know, we're gonna see, because I don't have, that's the main problem, right? I don't have what I think this should look like versus what it does look like, or any of that stuff. So I've just been chopping pieces off, because I know I'm not keeping all this. Part of the reason I'm not keeping, honestly, some of it is that the noise that this thing makes doesn't make for a great cockpit. So just because it's making a bunch of sound. So I thought, like, okay, well, I would be able to do like blocks like this, and then if I wanted to, I like the idea of this looking kind of like a vehicle like that, but I'm also not completely opposed to maybe it being a more aggressive slope. Like, instead of this slope, sorry, we're looking at design here. A more aggressive slope. So let me get these welded up, because I like this. This is gonna stay. That's gonna stay for that front lip. So what if we then just did 1, 2, 3, and then we'd still need this. We're just going to do the 3 blocks for right now and see what that looks like. That's probably going to have to be that block anyways, but so then that doesn't look too bad. And then if we brought it out, we could,
fuel low.
Oh, crap. Do we have anything in here? No. Okay, perfect. I know, fuel critical. So, okay, I'm glad I gotta put all these ladders in. That'd have been a real tragedy. That's, I think, the only block that's still freaking... Oh, crap. There we go. Made it. Got it. Let's go ahead and get this refueling done. Gotta wait for this to get to 100% so we're not completely toast. So I like the idea of it looking kind of like a snow rescue vehicle or something. I'm trying to think if I could pull up an image on the screen while we're recharging. Let's take a quick look really quick. Or like no. See if I can find something. No, that's not. And I don't think it's an MRAP. I don't want to do like that. No, not an MRAP. It's not the way. The front end is not what I want. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I'm not finding the image I would like to find, so that's okay. We got our juice back. Let's come back down here. Why am I taking damage? I've got energy, I've got juice. That's odd. Right? That was odd. Yeah, that was odd. Okay, so... Is my helmet open? What's happening? Oh yeah, my helmet was open. Apparently low oxygen for... Love that for me. Let's go ahead and get filled up this way. Okay. Another weather storm. I'm doing it, guys. Today we're not messing with weather. We're just not. I'm just not gonna mess with weather right now. I got bigger fish to fry. So if we're doing it kind of like that, I like this look. I'll flesh it out. That's what I'll do. I'll flesh it out. You guys will see what I'm talking about. So let me pick you back up here in a second, and I'll let you know what I was thinking. Great. Love that for me. Love that for me. The beautiful part here is I haven't made an easier way to get down. Ah, man. I think it's because I forgot to... I was in the middle of building a cool thing. Alright, so... For right now, let's just assume... No. What we could do is this. And we can leave that section open, maybe. Let's go see what the other side looks like. We can do the same thing. Where we were going to do what? What did we do? We did a block here that went out to... here. We need to go up and get some fuel back. Yeah, this is doing a lot of good, isn't it? Ah, perfect. Perfect. Bellissimo. It's exactly what we needed it to do. It's just ridiculous. The redesign of this is a little more challenging than I expect. I would say I didn't anticipate it being this kind of a pain in the butt, but I feel like I can do this. I don't know if this is faster than the other one. I feel like it fills the tank in my backpack quicker, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I think the quickest way, honestly, would be to go into the inventory and toss it. What do we got? Yeah, so if we come over here and we say hydrogen, let's go here, hydrogen, small hydrogen tank, and we go blop, get that back. And then we can also put our assembler. Let's go here. Assembler there. There. We can come in here. Production, disassemble. Pop, pop, pop. Just nuke all those things really quick so we don't have them hanging around. And I picked up my bottle. Yes, I did. Perfect. Okay, so, man, this thing is just, it's a weird one. It's not like a bad weird. It's just a weird. Like, I don't know how I did this exactly. So let's just do I did this right here. Bop, bop, bop. Nope. How did we do it over here? We did a block. Okay, it is a block. So it should look similar to that right there, but it does not look like that right there. Why doesn't it look like that right there? Are we not as far out, or are we too far out? It lines up. So 1, 2 triangle pieces. Maybe because this guy here. Yeah, that's what it is. It's because this thing is the catalyst there. So we go to there, and then I think we have one more block to go. And that's what it. So there's our wings. We're gonna have little wing guys looking like that. We're still cutting things off the top, obviously, because this is not going to be the way it is. And then the real question becomes, so from up there, we just have this guy hanging out on top of our vehicle. It's a difficult design to try to rework. I think the walls are going to stop. So let's see. Let's chop this guy off. Let's chop this guy off. And we're going to go with... No, I don't think we're going to go with that one. I think we're going to go with this guy here. Yeah, we're going to go with this guy here. And this guy here. And then this can do that block right there. Same thing here. That block there. And then we figure out how we're going to get the rest of this thing to look the way we want it to. So there's a couple of ways to think about it. I was thinking, like, what if we did other types of windows, like maybe these guys here, but I don't think those fit in this space because of that. So we're going to have to go here. And then just back to this guy. Just another bunch of these two. Oh. I think that's enough, right? Let's go ahead and stick this block there. And what did we do? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 5 of those guys. So if we come over here, we do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, Pertram's weather just loves to be a pain. I maybe not need to get rid of that block because we're going to have these blocks here. It's definitely going to need a block above it. So maybe we go bop, 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 and then... No. We're going to do this right here. So that means this guy needs to be this block. If we want to have that shape right there for the top of the vehicle. I think that is going to look cool. So then what? We do you, and then this block here has always been our jam, so we'll have to... No, it's going to have to be which block? This guy here? No, not this guy here, because this guy is the next one up. Okay, so let's grab this block. We're going to need... Nope. God dang. I'm off my home key. We're already at another bad weather storm. Dude, like, that shit is ridiculous. Please go away, weather. Thank you. You pain in my butt. I don't know why my dog is having a panic attack, but he is. And I love it. I love that for me. I love that for him. Panic attack dogs. So put this block here, and then there should be another block that fits this spot without, yeah, that block, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Pop, and then here we go. And if we fill in some of this, we can see what it looks like. How's that? Yeah, that looks cool. That looks way cooler. And then we're just going to have these flanks down here. I don't really know what we're going to do with those just yet. I'm not really super worried about it. This is more about figuring out all of these pieces. Now, our thing is up there. And we have definitely changed the makeup of this in its entirety. So the only problem that I have with this block here is it doesn't line up with that block there. So the question becomes, how do we make... Right? That's what we want. We need that block right there, which means this block is going to have to be a weird one. Is it this block? No. This guy right here? Yep, it is that block right there. And then that can be this block here. And then we just pop up. Is that right? Okay, so if we've got that looking that way, we need to move. We're going to have to move some stuff down. We're going to have to figure out how to move. The toilet doesn't need to be there, obviously, and we got to figure out how to move. We need to figure out how to get a spot to that right there. Like if we did 2 stair sets. I don't actually know. Let's go ahead and chop this off. We have, our batteries are definitely getting cooked right now. They are not being utilized. Let's see. Can't sleep, it's not the time of day, blah blah blah. Yeah, no kidding. Like man, this is a weird one. I'm struggling to make this thing look like it is not dumb. Or I don't even care if it looks dumb. That's not even the primary bulk problem of it. Hydrogen. There we go. Let's see. I like the way that looks, and I like the new height of this, but that means everything above it needs to be just relocated on whole, which is going to be crazy because I just need to, that just means I need to take a whole bunch of stuff down, which is, this is a very long episode for that to happen. So, all right, let me think. I think we're going to have to do some more chopping. Some broccoli. I don't even think I really thought about how I would plan relocating all this stuff. The initial design of this thing I thought was really cool, and now I'm like, oh man, I did not make a thing that it was even remotely cohesive to life as a ship. So we don't want more of these blocks. I think we're gonna go, I think the next block would be this guy here. Yeah. And then we can switch to these full-size boys. And then that means that I can do this right here. Put that block. Let's see what this... Kind of get a feel of what it looks like, I suppose. To have that top like armadillo looking piece of it, I think it looks pretty good. I think that's going to be a cooler vehicle overall, and it's going to lower the center of gravity pretty substantially. But it does mean that we have to figure out some design choices that I didn't have planned to have made yet. So, no, not that one. Is this block right here? Yeah. That gives that block there, and then we don't know what that's gonna look like. Or did we already? So that block right there needs. Oh, we were wrong on this block here, which means we're wrong on that block, and then we just. There we go. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Okay, I like the way that looks. We're just going to figure out how to relocate everything downward. And I think it's probably pretty possible, especially with some just clever piping, because I can like slap this guy down over here in this side thing right here with no freaking qualms. It's just going to take some doing. So, that's it guys. The redesign is taking place. We're just chopping and grinding and chopping and grinding. Um, Let me know what you guys think about the new format, because it's definitely different. Because I'm going to be jumping ahead of time. Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, we're just going to keep grinding away at this. Get these blocks taken down. I'm not going to do too much off stream. I will cut, but I'm not going to... Like, this is probably going to be... The rework is going to be a couple episodes, I feel like. Because if I have to... I mean, I guess it's just dependent, right? I don't know. I guess I can keep going. It's just going to take a lot of cutting down. So we'll pick you back up here in a second once I've gotten some additional stuff chopped down, and we'll see what we think. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We have chopped down quite a bit still. We've got a lot to go. But I think we've got a good progress. We've lowered the center of gravity quite a bit. The new control center is going to be right there. We haven't really worked out how we're going to get in and out of it, and that's all right. We got our huge power wall still juicing up for us. I've set these batteries here to discharge. I'm adding 3 new batteries as we speak. Interestingly enough, the batteries weren't fully implemented in that thing, and I grind it down to see if I could make sure I put all the cells into one battery, and as it turns out, that is not how it works. Interesting. I didn't know that. I guess from my perspective, I was unaware that when you, no matter what, even if the battery is not completely finished, if you grind them out, it does in fact replace all of them. So that's kind of what we've got. I've got these little winglets right here in the back, covering of these back things. I haven't messed with the drill at all. Obviously, this is a rework of the entire platform. I've relocated our large refinery right here, and it's already piped in back towards the cargo right there. I think that's going to look really nice. And it's going to kind of go streamline with all of this stuff. We got space over here for guns or all manner of things if we decide to arm it from the side over there. We've got these big bolstering guys. I think that's going to look really good. I have not really... Talking about like the... Go in here and grab some of these guys. If we talk about bringing this thing all the way back. I don't remember how we did this on this other side, but if we do, it's block, block, and then triangle, triangle. So, oh my gosh. So we do block, block, and then, nope, yeah, that works. Nope. There we go. Triangle, triangle. And then what is happening? I'm struggling with my controls today. So we got this nice little gap right there, and then we just go blocks all the way forward from there. So this isn't actually a triangle, still not a triangle, and we just kind of get some of this welded up, and so we're just kind of doing the rework. It's a work in progress for sure. I'm trying to make this thing more functional and get it prepared. We should have, honestly, before we got underway, I feel like I should have potentially...
Energy critical.
Your energy is critical, Suzanne. Anyways, I feel like before we got underway, I should have probably maybe done the rework. I thought I was going to leave it as tall as I was. It didn't look good that way. So now we've got nice cowling over the wheels. I think it looks cool. My energy is critical. I haven't relocated this guy yet. Nope, not that guy. I haven't relocated the survival kit, which is up here. That needs to also be relocated. I'm gonna sit on the toilet for a second. Very quickly though, I will say, even with this charging the way it is and set up the way it is, I didn't realize that lifted us off the ground. But even with this, like being reworked the way it is to look like this sort of roving platform, the problem is going to come where we are going to need to find ice pretty quick. Actually, and that's, I don't think that's grass over there, but the dark grass you guys are talking about for ice patches, but that's kind of where we're at. I've got, like I said, I'm relocating some of the parts. I like the way that looks. The symmetry, I guess symmetry, good grief. Um, so it's going pretty good. Obviously, this isn't the drill rework we thought, and I've got those, like I said, those batteries up there are going to be getting redone. I'm probably going to put the hydrogen engine over there. The downside is it definitely has fuel in it, so what I might do is when I disconnect the hydrogen engine to rebuild it, I might run it just to charge the batteries, and it actually kind of looks like we're in a bad spot. Let's see. Small hydrogen tank. We're at 52%. Oh, this must not be connected anymore. I bet you that's what it is. I was going to say, it kind of looks like I no longer am getting hydrogen from my tank, which would be incredibly... Oh, I was sitting on a toilet. Never mind. That's not how you get hydrogen. Although you do create methane, you don't get hydrogen. So, once again, we're going to skip the weather. I'm not in the mood for it right now. So yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect that thing so that it can't steal any additional juice. And we'll go ahead and figure that out. I might be able to just do that right there. And then we're going to probably plop the hydrogen engine down here somewhere, plopping out so that it looks also cool. Maybe stem it off of that bracket right there, just to give us some things. Actually, we don't need that anymore, so we could come directly out. We might do that. Yeah, we don't need this anymore. We're going to chop all this down. So that's what's going to happen. Before I do that, let's see if there's stuff in here, because there's more than likely going to be. There's not, surprisingly. Wow. 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 Get that stuff chopped up. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I think I like this little 3 section right there. I don't think I mimicked it on this side yet, but I can. I realized all this could also just be sections for a battery. It also occurs to me that I've not welded all of the things in here. This is just a hollow spot. Well, guess what? We're gonna weld that up at least. That up there. That's the problem with not welding kind of as you go. Like once you get a basic idea, because it totally can mess things up. Come on, chop it off. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. We're going to have to do some additional welding and stuff in order to get all this squared away. I don't know what it's going to look like exactly, but I do. So far, I'm liking the look of all of that, and that block is not supposed to be there. So that's kind of what we got, and that's going to be it for this episode. Let me go ahead and stop here. Do that bad boy right there. That is starting the rework, guys. I know this is it's going to be a short, weird one, or maybe a long, weird one. I don't know. I'm going to cut a lot of this stuff so it's not super boring, but kind of getting the idea of the layout. I know that we have our control seat here. This is all got to figure out how to, I don't think we're going to need to go up from there. So really it's just about moving things down and getting this section kind of worked out. Also on our refinery, I added a speed module at the very back and then 2 power modules to kind of help us conserve some of the energy. So that's kind of where we're at right now, what it's going to look like. I realized that the large cargo container is definitely elevated in a way, so we're going to make that ramp down in a way that doesn't look bonkers, I think. And it's just going to be kind of a weird hightail is the way I imagine it. But yeah, hard to tell. We'll see how it goes. We got another episode of this rework. Like I said, I wasn't going to do all this welding. Yeah. Let me know. Blah, blah, blah. I appreciate the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm glad to be on the new format so that we can get some comments in between. That's going to be very awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. all those stuff, bell notification, and yeah, I will catch you later, taters. See if I can wave. I can't, but I can stretch. Yeah, guys, as always, be kind. Bye.